Hello and welcome to my channel, On The Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And today, let's find out what's been on the hook. Well, at long last, I'm releasing my Lucy cardigan. This is what it looks like on my Etsy shop. And if you are in the community, you will have received an email with a special offer code. So if you decide to purchase the pattern, be sure to use that offer code that came in your email. And if you don't see it, look in your junk file. Sometimes they'll roll in there. So be sure you check on that before you go to the Etsy shop. There's also a link to the Etsy shop on the email. So it makes it easy to find the pattern that you're looking for. But I wanted to bring this to you today. This is the official pattern release. I this morning sent out an email around 6 o'clock, and a lot of y'all have already found that email, so thank you for supporting my Etsy shop in this way. But I'm trying to put out patterns that are requested by y'all, and if you know you've seen this before, I wore this actually last week and didn't get the pattern out till this morning because I wanted to write more pattern for this particular one, and this is the Lucy cardigan in the short sleeve version. It's a little bit shorter as well on my body, and it also has pleats on the sleeves, and I go into detail about that in the pattern so that you'll know how to do that if you want. There's several ways that you can finish off that sleeve, and I've also placed some photos at the back so you can kind of see what these look like in different ways. I just wanted to make sure that it covered all the bases I wanted it to before I put it out there. So it's out there now, and just to tell you ahead of time, it's 13 pages long, and there are lots of optional things to do in here. There's plenty of information so that you know exactly what to do with your hook and your yarn. There's also some information that's general about how to do a top-down sweater. This is a top-down cardigan, so it's very, very easy to crochet, and there are no seams, there's no sewing on this particular cardigan. So let's take a look at mine, and then we'll bring Crystal over and show you the one that I made in a DK weight yarn. Very quickly, this is the size 4 weight cardigan that I made with long sleeves. The sleeves are fitted to the arm. They're not real tight, but they don't have a lot of bulk under here. There's a little bit under the arm that I put in my own sweater. You don't have to do that. And I tell you how to size that down a little bit in the pattern. Also, this has a squared off bottom here. And today I'm wearing this with a beige tank top. And I'm also using 2 scarf pins to hold it together in the front. Instead of installing buttons and buttonholes, I decided that I would hold the cardigan together with scarf pins because over time I have to adjust it to be back up onto my shoulders, and that may not bother y'all, but it does me a little bit. I like for it to stay in place so that if I'm doing something I don't have to adjust it. These are 2 scarf pins that were sent to me by Knit Crate in one of the monthly subscription boxes, so I'm going to walk up and show those to you now. These are the scarf pins, and they're 2 very plain long scarf pins, and I just held the front together and pulled those through. It was very easy. These are like big safety pins. They're very easy to use. You can put them anywhere you want along the front, but I put them up high enough and in the middle so that the collar would just open like that and would stay in place, and I really like the way that looks. So I'm wearing it this way today. Tomorrow might be different. I have worn it quite a bit, as you know. I've worn it on 2 or 3 of these videos, but today's the official rollout, so I won't be wearing it much anymore. Let's call Crystal over, and she can show you the DK version of the Lucy cardigan. All right, Crystal's here, and she's showing us the DK cardigan. It's a short sleeve version with pleats, and I showed you those last time, and I'll put a link to that video here if you want to see it. It has pleats on the sleeves, very cutish. It looks cute when you put it on. It does get quite a bit smaller here because I gathered all that up, the extra bulk on the sleeve, gathered it up and put it in a pleat. And in the instructions I give you that optional way to finish off the sleeves. There are 2 or 3 or 4 different ways to finish off the sleeves, and I've described each one of those in detail so you'll know. And this one is just staying on Crystal with the little collar effect at the top. You don't have to leave it like that. You can make it very, very casual. And this one also has the rounded bottom. And I described this in the pattern. It's an optional version. of the bottom of the cardigan right here. Let me get her back here so you can see her. And this is the rounded version. I showed this in a video once when I was wearing this, and I really love it. And I loved it so much that I bought some more of the same yarn. But let me show you this. This is the yarn I use, Coffee Shop yarn, and it's in the Coral Reef colorway, very pretty. And it is stripy. You can tell it's a little bit stripy, but I like this because they're not real loud stripes. You know, they don't talk to you as much as some do. So I really like the way this turned out. And if they're not exactly matched up, they still blend very well in the front. You see that? So it's a very good yarn to use. Not sponsored at all by Premier, but I just wanted to show you that. I also love the way it looks in the back, all the way across these beautiful, very subtle stripes in that particular yarn. So this is a DK yarn, and it is from Premier. You can get it several different places. I'll try to put some links down in the description box so that you can find it there. And that is this sweater right here, and it's described in the pattern by itself. Now you do go back and use some of the directions for this, but mostly it's about this particular sweater. So there's really two sweater directions in the pattern. The one for the DK weight yarn, it's a little bit different up here, and then the one for the size 4 weight yarn. And I'm going to show you that yarn was best value. I've said this 1,000 times, but I really love this yarn. Best value yarn by Mary Maxim, and the colorway here is Neutral Ombre. Very beautiful. I love the way it crochets up. Look at that. It is just so beautiful, and it's a little bit splotchy, like I was talking about on my last video with another yarn, but the yarn itself is very easy to work with. It doesn't split. It crochets like a very expensive yarn, but it is not expensive to buy. So you only need 3 skeins of this for up to probably an extra large. If you're a little bit large, you might need to get a little bit more, but it's not expensive. They're 342 yards on each skein. So I used 2.5 skeins for about a size medium here, but this would fit anyone up to probably even an extra large. There's plenty of room in it, and probably more room than I needed. I probably should make another one in a smaller size just to, you know, make it smaller, but I do like the sleeves, the way they turned out. They look very casual, but they also look very neat. They're not sloppy and floppy and all that. I love sleeves that'll stay on my arm and that I can do things and they're not getting into what I'm doing. And I love sweaters that have those large sleeves, but this is not one of them. This is going to be more of a work cardigan. I'll wear it in my office. I've already worn it to church. Worn it to the grocery store. I've worn it to several places, and when I go somewhere, somebody will say, "Did you make that? That is so pretty," or, you know, "I really like your sweater." They'll just say it, you know. And this is the first thing I've made in a while that I had all those compliments on. So I think it's about the yarn. It's not about the pattern, but it is about the yarn. Really like that. It's still available on Mary Maxim. You can go out there and find it. Now, I bought some Coffee Shop yarn. This week it came in. It's from Premier, of course, and this is the color Steel, and this is gray and black, very, very neutral. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. It hasn't really told me. I have 5 cakes of this, so I've got plenty to do anything I want to with it. But I'm planning to make, I think, another cardigan like this in the Steel color. Maybe make the sleeves a little bit longer. I'm not sure about that yet, but something I can wear in the spring and summer with a tank top under it. And it's very versatile when you can make something like that. So I've thought about it. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. If you think I should move ahead with a cardigan or should I try something different. I like it. It's very, very soft yarn. It's soft. It's just so soft. These are just so soft. I really like this Coffee Shop yarn, of course, there, and I ordered 5 more cakes of it, and I'm planning to do something with it. I'll just have to figure out what that is. Now, during this video, I wanted to show you some progress that I've made on my diamond painting. I know it's not for everybody, but a quick look at what I'm doing, and y'all will appreciate this. I took the picture of my diamond painting. This is what it's supposed to look like. This is the Virgin of the Lilies. If y'all watch me at all, you will have seen this, but it's a huge diamond painting that I'm working on. I'm almost finished with it. So excited. Almost there. And when I finish that, I'll be working on the Nativity. And that was sponsored by Diamond Art Club. And I'll be working on that next. And I'm real excited about getting started on that. But right now, I'm finishing the Virgin of the Lilies. And this is a picture that I took of it this morning. And I've turned the picture around. So it's actually on my easel upside down. But I turned the picture around so you could see it right side up. So I've already done Jesus' head and Mary's hands. And you can see the little bits and pieces that are coming out on it now, and there's a big white splotch on there, and that's the part that I haven't finished yet. That's the part that I haven't even started with yet. But that looks like about another week's work. If I really stay with it and work hard, I should be able to finish that in about a week. So I'm really excited. I wanted to show you the progress that I've made on that beautiful diamond painting. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I am working on a plain Jane tee in wool, and I actually talked about this in my last video. I'm using the fatigue green beautiful size 3 DK lightweight wool. It's a chain wool. You can see that right there. It's a chain wool. It's not a wrapped wool, so it doesn't split at all. It's very, very light too, very lightweight. This is the tag that came on it. It's the Vitalana Ascendance. This came in last month's monthly subscription box from Knit Crate. And I had 2 hanks of it. I finished a sweater, but I'm not quite done with it. I still have to do the trim. And I ran out of yarn, so I ordered another one, and it came in. This is it. So I'll be finishing that, and I'll be wearing that on Monday's video. Those of you in the community know this is just a quick note about my project bags. This is a new bag. This is a Port Authority bag. And it's a little bit different from the Carolina blue bags that I had about a month ago. And the blue bags were not available, so I ordered these. These are made by the same company. It has a large pocket on the outside side. There's no pocket. There's a pocket on either side. Excuse me. There's a pocket on each side. There are no pockets inside, but what it does have is a zipper. So it's got a zipper that closes up. It's the same size bag as the blue bags that I started out with. Of course, this has my logo embroidered on it, very beautifully done. I like it. It's pretty on the pink bags. These are not the same pink as the first pink that I received, which were very, very light. This is a more deep pink, very, very beautiful. Again, this is washable. It's made from backpack fabric and very convenient. I have 1, 2, 3, I have 4 of these that I'm using on my own because I just have a lot of whips right now. So I have all these out where I can get to them, and I really like it. They stand up on their own just like that. This of course has a lot of yarn in it. I'm making a top-down V-necked pullover in that. Look at all the yarn in there and my projects in there, along with a book, see it right there, that I use for notes. So all that is in this bag. Very easy to use, and when I take it into the living room, I usually stick my scissors in the side and maybe my crochet hook in there so that I can grab them quickly. Anyway, I wanted to show you these bags. These are available until they run out, and right now I don't even know how many I have left. Not very many, so if you're interested in that, be sure to go out and take a look at it. It's on my Etsy shop, and I'll put a link to it down in the description box. Also, if you received an email about the offer codes that I have out now, I have a special offer code for the bag. So if you are in the community, you can use that offer code on the bag. Also, I have an offer code that you can use anytime for patterns in my shop. Patterns only, but you can use it for patterns. And then when I send out a pattern release like I did this morning, then you will receive a special offer code, and that's good on every pattern in my shop. So there are a lot of benefits to being in the community, so if you haven't signed up, be sure to go down in the description box and sign up. That's not the same as subscribing. I want you to subscribe to my channel, though, so you'll see my videos when they come out. Also, be sure to like this video. It's very important for me to get likes on my videos, and as you know, if you're a YouTube watcher, but click that like button if you like this video. I appreciate it. It helps me very, very much. Well, because this is a late week video, I'm going to leave that right there. I'll be back on Monday, and I'll be wearing a brand new sweater on Monday. And I'm excited about that. It's sort of springtime here, so we're working on lighter weight sweaters now. I'm going to put some of the wool sweaters on hold, and they're in timeout right now. They'll be going to permanent timeout for the summer. And then I'm going to bring out some more sweaters that I'm making for the summer. So I'm really excited about that. So I'm making a woolly plain Jane tee, and I'll be wearing that on Monday. So join me then to find out what's on the hook.